Governor Moeno calls for unity among Christian faithful in Akwa Ibom State. Plus, Akwa Ibom State Police Command parades suspect for different crimes. A very good evening to you and many thanks for being a part of the news tonight. I am Kelvin Samuel with details of the headlines and other stories. Please note that this broadcast is reaching you live on Star Time Channel 103 and all the social media handles of the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Channel 12 for you. Do log in, like our pages for regular update. Now to the news. Governor Moeno is calling on Christians to remain steadfast in their faith. This was at the Akwa Ibom State Solemn Assembly organized by the United Intercessors Global Network in collaboration with Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, held at Ibom Hall. Obiotai Kanim will tell us more.
The governor, represented by his senior special advisor on religious matters, Nduesu Ekwere, pledged his support for the United Intercessors Global Network and urged Christians across the state to continue in prayers for the government and its leadership.
And so he has asked me to encourage the United Intercessors Global Network that they should stand firm and intercede and stand in the gap as they have purpose in their heart that the Lord has called them. He will stand by them.
In his sermon, Apostle Akan Weeks, President General of the United Intercessors Global Network, emphasized the critical role of prayer intercessors in every aspect of life.
Intercession is not for a few people. Intercession is a call to every believer. It's the work of every believer. Irrespective of your denomination, we are all called to be intercessors.
Attendees expressed gratitude for God's blessing upon Akwa Ibom State while seeking divine intervention for continued peace, progress, and development. The event attracted a diverse audience, including religious leaders, government officials, and members of the public. In Uyo, Obiotai Kanim, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the role of operational leadership in tackling security challenges in the country to attain a peaceful society has been brought to the front burner. This was at the inauguration ceremony and inaugural lecture of Naval Warfare Course 9 participants with the theme Operational Level Leadership, a requirement for national security in Nigeria. Paul Eber was there for the NTA News.
Naval War College Nigeria was established primarily to develop the critical competencies of selected officers of the ranks of commander or their equivalents in other services for effective command, managerial, and leadership roles at the operational level of warfare. To achieve this, the Course 9 participants, 25 in number, from the Navy, Air Force, Army, NDC, Cameroonian, and Ghanaian, who commenced their training on 15th January 2025, are being exposed by the guest lecturer on the structure, responsibilities of operational leaders, as well as other qualities to become successful at their various command after the training.
Operational level leadership does serve the vital purpose of linking tactical actions of the force to the objectives that describe the military contribution to the politically desired end state. Pertinently, such politically desired end states are tied to national security policy objectives of protecting the sovereignty, territorial integrity, and national interests.
Operational leadership involves management of a range of operational functions such as planning, execution, and ensuring that an operation is sustained towards the attainment of assigned strategic objective.
The interactive session afforded participants the opportunity to clear grey areas by the guest lecturer and faculty members. For the participants, it is the beginning of a training to contribute to the security architecture of the country, while some senior officers of the college were also sent forth. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
The management of the University of Uyo is organizing the 109th inaugural lecture of the institution. The lecture title is Mathematical Potential Models in Physics and Their Applications. A statement signed by the Acting Director of Information and Public Relations for the registrar indicates that the inaugural lecture will be delivered by Professor Eno Etim Itwain, a professor of theoretical computational physics, Department of Physics, Faculty of Physical Sciences, University of Uyo. The 109th inaugural lecture is billed for Thursday, January 30th, 2025 by 3 p.m. in the 1,000-seater State Fund Auditorium, Main Campus, Waneba Road, Uyo. Accordingly, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Nyaudon Dayo, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Uyo, wishes to invite all members of the Senate staff, students, and the entire university community, as well as scientists and stakeholders in the educational sector and the public, to the 109th inaugural lecture. We'll pause here for a short commercial break. More news on our return. Please stay.
When you come into the Glow Cafe, you're in for a world of treats. Not only can you monitor all your voice and data usage with ease, buy, share, borrow, and gift data and airtime in the smoothest ways, pay for any services of your choice using your airtime or your bank card, and manage or change your tariff plan to any plan you prefer seamlessly. You can also add friends, get sweet rewards, and so much more. Oh, and don't forget, if you ever need to recharge outside the Glow Cafe app, just dial *805# to purchase airtime or data through your bank. So, step into your Glow Cafe today.
Just dial *777# or download the Glow Cafe app today.
Family Commonwealth of Champions presents Night of Grace with a theme, The Siege is Over. Date, Friday the 7th of February 2025. Time, 8 p.m. On Sunday the 9th of February 2025. Mantle Impartation Service, 8 a.m. Venue, Goshen, Kilometer 14, Wangeba Road, Ekamban Sukara, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Ministering the Holy Spirit. Host, Reverend Patrick Grace Henry. There will be free buses available at strategic locations. For more inquiries for both locations, please call 0818-043-3225. Grace Family, God is raising an army of champions.
Welcome back and many thanks for staying tuned. Now to the rest of the stories. Akwa Ibom State Police Command has apprehended suspected drug dealers caught with fake US dollar notes. Correspondent report that the suspects were, among others, paraded during a news briefing at the State Police Headquarters. Review the report. These suspects are alleged to have been involved in human trafficking, drug dealing, armed robbery, and other degrees of offenses committed in different parts of Akwa Ibom State. Parading the suspect before newsmen at the Akwa Ibom State Police Headquarters, Commissioner of Police represented by the Police Public Relations Officer Tim Fon John says the achievement was made possible through credible and timely information from members of the public.
Let it be known, Akwa Ibom is too hot for criminals. You have only two options: turn a new leaf or leave. If you choose to stay and continue with your nefarious activities, be rest assured, the command will find you, and when we do, we will ensure you face justice.
It reassures the commitment of the police command in ensuring adequate security of lives and property across the state.
The Akwa Ibom State Police Command, under the watchful eye of CP Baba Muhammad Azare FSI, is not here to negotiate with criminals. Suspected drug dealers, robbers, car thieves, child traffickers, cultists, and other criminal elements operating in the state should take this as a final warning. Your days are numbered.
The currency notes, hard drugs, and other exhibits are currently in the police custody for further investigation and possible prosecution. In Uyo, Calvin Samuel, NTA News. Meanwhile, drug abuse has become a menace in the society. These illicit drugs have led to mental, physical disorder among many young Nigerians in recent times. Evanson Emmanuel, who interacted with some people in a Uyo report that more sensitization programs on the dangers of drug abuse to reduce the menace is very important, especially in the tertiary institutions. The report.
Drug abuse remains one of the most pervasive public health challenges of this current generation, which is quietly eroding the well-being of individuals and communities alike. What often starts as a way to cope with stress usually turns to an addiction.
I need something that can make me the feel-good period, at least for a few moments, or just for a period of time. So trying to escape pressure is one of the drivers. There's that influence. I want to be there. So my friend suggests that, oh, I took this stuff, I forgot some of the things, I took this and I feel good. So you want to try it out. So in the process of trying out, to realize that, oh, an addiction has set in.
There is a place of pressure, peer pressure, and we can't keep denying the influence of that. We see persons who we feel we look up to, or people who we feel are friends, and we see them do those things and we're like, okay, see if this person is doing, then I can do it. Because he has seen on TV where people will drink this, smoke this, just to deal with grief, they actually started taking it.
It could be due to the fact of mental health. It could be due to lack of awareness. It could be due to wrong environmental exposures.
Some Nigerians attribute the rise of drug abuse among young people to lack of proper mentorship from their background. They also advocate that government and parents should provide more sensitization programs on drug abuse and effect of the substance.
Part of the danger is organ failures. Basically, is organ failures, where it's telling on certain organs, the liver, it's having to pay for it, the lungs is having to pay for it, the kidney is having to pay for. Those are the basic stuff. And then there is also the withdrawal.
The persons who are involved in this addiction, there are different ways of dealing with the situation. You are trying to use alcohol to deal with. If you employ those methods, you are going to have more beneficial results and more healthy results than addiction.
However, Nigerian youths have been advised to shun illicit drug for the benefit of their mental and physical health. In Uyo, Evanson Emmanuel, NTA News.
Imagine giving shelter to the homeless, food to the hungry, and providing succor to the less privileged. These and more are what the Street Mentors Network are demonstrating for street children in Uyo, the state capital. Utibe Achibon will tell us more.
Since its inception in September 2021, The Street Mentors Network has continued to put smiles on the faces of street children through different empowerment programs, from provision of shelter and education to vocational training and lots more. These children, who sometimes are labeled as witches and wizards, have continued to enjoy selfless services, with many of them reintegrated into the society.
There are concerns because, these children, some of them come from backgrounds where they've been traumatized. And that all of that trauma can become a concern in terms of the way a child behaves.
Doing what we can in our own capacity, working with the government, working with other partners to make sure that we fulfill this mission.
For Anita Michael, the founder of Street Mentors Network, what is more important is to ensure that the street kids are protected from every form of abuse, hence the soliciting of support from governments, NGOs, stakeholders and other well-meaning individuals to deliver on this life-transforming venture.
This is in line with what His Excellency had, the agenda His Excellency is. We are trying to complement what His Excellency has planned for the children in Akwa Ibom State.
Most of them, we take them, reunite them with their parents, and give the parents warning.
Would like to appeal to the government to be more alert and awake in the side of advocacy and involvement in family issues.
The event featured training sessions on fostering and caring for street children, adoption processes, as well as other related issues.
Children are fostered in accordance with the Akwa Ibom State Child Rights Law. There are provisions in the books. If you want to be a foster parent, you apply to the court and join Ministry of Women Affairs, because Mrs. Ekpere will come to the court to give evidence as to whether you are fit and proper to foster the child.
The Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare are the primary ministry responsible for foster care. I want us to take that. That's the first thing. The second thing is we must try to encourage foster care before adoption.
The applicant will be the one to approach the court. Do you understand? Now, when you bring a motion ex parte to court that look, you intend to foster child A or child B, the smart applicant should read the law first. Make sure that he or she is eligible. Do you understand? In making the application, you attach all those documentation in your motion ex parte.
There was ample time for participants to discuss and make useful contributions. In Uyo, Utebe Achibon, NTA News.
We'll pause here for another short commercial break. More news when we return.
Man, but e no good o, as we dey use our hand dey destroy our communities. Every backyard now for Niger Delta na bonfire camp. Illegal bunkering don spoil and scatter our environment, kill our aquatic life, black suit everywhere. Our people dey die small because of different bad sickness wey black suit dey cause. Na bunkering. That is why the movement for the survival of the Ijaw ethnic nationality in the Niger Delta, Mosend, dey tell everybody to get up today and now save our land, save our heritage, our pride. Everybody, youth, women, community leaders, CDC, traditional rulers, politicians and security agencies plus government, all of us get responsibility. No promote, no allow, no participate, no encourage, no sponsor. Yes, now bunkering for our communities where they bring black suits so that our people go there alive. Make we come together, speak with one voice, stop the illegal bunkering, make we stop today and save the future of our children. Make life better for our people. Now Directorate of Reorientation of Mosend and powered by Office of the Chief of Defense Staff, they send this message.
Welcome to Prisma International Hotels, located at number 5 Efangosanga Street, Afarafort, Overback Road, Uyu. When it comes to hospitality industry, nothing compares with comfort, exquisite services, and top-of-the-world security. These are what make Prisma Hotels a household name. At Prisma Hotels, you are assured of lavishly furnished, spacious rooms and suites with complimentary breakfast, top-class Blue Sea swimming pool, VIP and poolside bars, as well as restaurant where African and continental dishes are served. reserved at pocket-friendly rates. These are not all. There is high-speed internet service, closed-circuit television, spacious car park, 24-hour power and water supply, sparkle laundry and dry cleaning services, and above all, combat-ready security operatives. So whenever you are in Uyo or you are a resident in Uyo, capital city of Akwa Ibom State, make Prisma Hotels number 5 Efangosanga Street, Tafara Fort, off a back road Uyo your choice, and you will cherish the experience. For bookings and inquiries, please call 081-3166-6660 or 0915-509-9989. Prisma International Hotels, hospitality par excellence.
Welcome back and many thanks for staying tuned. Now let's join Austin Edemudu for some latest stories from the sports world.
The Nigerian Olympians Association and the National Sports Commission are set to collaborate for sports development in Nigeria. At a meeting with NSC Chairman Shehu Diko in Abuja, the NOA, led by its President Olumide Oyedeji, and retired elite athletes including Faliat Ogunkoya, Emmanuel Babayero, and the legendary sports broadcaster Hamid Adu, among others, praised the NSC for leading the new thinking in the Nigerian sports sector.
First time we have a budget now for Olympic preparations. So instead for us to wait for 2028, start looking for money. Now every year there will be money for Olympic preparations until we reach that level. Project line created already for Commonwealth Games, which is already also part of the federal project. So every year we do that. There's a project line created for grassroots sports development and talent identification. They are all permanent there now. They keep being funded. Yeah, the government will put their own money what they could do. The rest can come from the private sector.
So the inclusion of the Olympians and the upcoming national sport federations is a great addition to what you try to do, because at least we have people that can also help, assist.
I want to focus on 3 major areas, Mr. Chairman. 1, sports and national unity. 2, sports and our youths. 3, sports and education.
Nigerian teams to the 2025 African Cup for Club Championship scheduled for Egypt have been encouraged to fly the country's flag high at the competition. President Nigerian Hockey Federation Simon Nkon boosted the morals of the hockey teams in Abuja before their departure.
These players are not just Nigerian players, they are international players. They have played against all the big players in the world, not just Africa. So this time around, what we expect is to be able to now go in there. And then where we made mistakes before, there's no room for mistakes. Zero tolerance to mistakes.
5 teams, including Niger Freakers and Kada Stars in the male category, Kada Queens and Plateau Queens and Delta Queens in the women's category, will be representing Nigeria at the tournament, which runs from 30th January to 7th February 2025. Meanwhile, Nigeria under-20 female cricket team have signed out of this year's T20 Cricket World Cup in Bangui, Malaysia, with a hard-fought 6-run victory over Ireland. They wrapped up their campaign with second win of the Super 6 group in 3rd position behind England, while Ireland finished at the bottom of the group. With Sports Update, I'm Austin Edemodu, NTA News.
That brings us to the end of the news for tonight. I remain Kelvin Samuel, wishing you and yours all the best, with the hope that you join us again tomorrow morning at 10 for another fresh package.